Hello, welcome back. Today we've got another £500 of £2 coins we're going to be hunting through, looking for commemoratives, ones with more than face value, but ideally new ones for the book. Any of the 4 Commonwealth games would be a welcome find. We've not found any of them so far. We also need King James Bible, Olympic Rio handover, and on the final page, the Great Fire of London. Any of those coins would be ideal, but really ideal would be one of those 4. Now let's get into the bag and see what we find. Okay then, into bag number 1. What are we going to get? So that's Technologies, the standard definitive design used on £2 coins up until 2015. There are some lower minted years, but they're not desirable enough that I keep my eyes peeled out for them. Our first commemorative is a bit of a grubby Rugby World Cup. So, fairly common coin. Oh, we didn't check for the rotation error there. Sadly not. Oh well. Worth looking for. That would be a great error to find, a decent rotation error on a commemorative coin. I find them every now and again on the definitive Technologies. Of course, at the end of the video, I'm not checking all these coins for their errors and interesting quirks like that, but I will, at the end of the video, go through all the coins to see if there's anything more exciting to be pulled out, and I'll let you know before we wrap up. We have Jodie Clark's 5th and final portrait of the Queen. This is going to be something. Shakespeare's Histories, the more common of the 3 Shakespeares. A smidge over face value, but not enormously so, it's worth pointing out. Nothing else from that bag. Right. But yeah, it's a little bit worrying, having found so many coins and no Commonwealth games yet. They are still out there though. I still get messages from people. I see them posting on my Discord server, the Commonwealth games being found. Just luck has not been shining on my coins for a bit. Well, since we started this book for the Commonwealth games, that is. We found plenty of other nice ones that's worth pointing out. Guy Fawkes, Gunpowder Plot, another fairly common coin. And there's another Shakespeare's Histories. Very nice. Oh, I tell you what we didn't do. Didn't check the age inscriptions on those Shakespeares. Worth doing for 2016 dated coins because the Royal Mint had a bad time of it. No, the Hollow Crown, they are as they should be. Because, actually, we'll do an edge hunt whilst we're talking about age inscriptions, because the age inscription on £2 coins are unique to the design. Standing on the shoulders of giants is an Isaac Newton quote, which you will find on the edge of the Technologies £2 coin, but anything else will be something else. I don't think we're going to come across anything in this bag, but let's try that again. See if we can find ourselves an interesting edge inscription. Oh, there's something weird in the middle of that. What is that? Otherwise, I think they're all just Technologies. It could just be damaged. It could be a fake. One of these is not like the others. One of these... Oh! It's actually an interesting find. The London Underground £2 coin, in good condition, not this condition, is worth a bit more than face value. It's quite a nice coin actually. A shame that I think this one's probably been at the bottom of a well or something. It is, yeah, very, very worn away. Can't really check the age inscription on that because it is... Oh, actually you can see the gap. Please mind the gap. There we go. Well, we found a commemorative by its edge inscription, but not because of the edge inscription, because of the rough nature of that coin. Of course, prices I put up, as I said, are based on good quality circulating coins, so that coin will not have fetched the value that came up for it. That's quite nice. Navy Centenary, very good. Correct portrait, because in 2015 we changed portraits from Ian Rank Broadley's 4th portrait of the Queen to Jodie Clark's 5th and final portrait of the Queen. So the ones in the annual sets had Ian Rank Broadley's, or the sets and the packs had Ian Rank Broadley's portrait of the Queen, whereas the one in circulation had Jodie Clark's portrait of the Queen. We've got Charles Darwin, again, a smidge over face value. A welcome find for sure. And then the abolition of the slave trade is a very common coin. Lives on the top row. But no, we are another month's rolled on, which means we may just be a month away from getting Royal Mint mintage figures, because the last few years, if memory serves, which it doesn't always, it's about November time that the Royal Mint announced what has been minted the previous year. So, oh, another Navy Centenary, my goodness. I forgot to mention the flag era as well. So it's a little blob of metal around about there, which is on that flag era coin. Not on that one though, but 2 Navy Centenaries, that's very good going. And Shakespeare's comedies, the rarest, of the 3. All the World's a Stage is the correct edge inscription. Let's bump these along and keep the Shakespeares together. And we've got wireless transmission. Marconi's wireless transmission. Very cool. Got more coins down the bottom rather than the top row, which is what we like to see. Always positive. What was I talking about? I probably got interrupted by that. Navy Centenary. Think, Christopher, think. I don't know. I can't remember. Unlike you, dear viewer, I don't have a rewind button to go back and see. What was I talking about? That shows how rubbish my brain is. There we go. Abolition of the slave trade again. Oh, mintage figures, that's what I was talking about. Active Union. Nothing there. So, what do we expect from mintage figures? I don't expect a lot. The only bit of knowledge I do have is that at the start of last year, when I went on a Royal Mint tour to get a Strike Your Own, they were bagging up newly minted 2p coins. So I've said since then, at least we know. Oh, Charles Dickens there. And again, it was the end of January, if memory serves. So there's a lot of if memory serves. I'm having to cover myself just in case I have made a mistake. So yes, it was towards the end of January, I think. So it wouldn't have been minted in the previous year and left to be packaged in the new year, I wouldn't have thought. Of course not, because there was none minted in 2023, was there? Another Act of Union. So it must be 2024 dated 2p coins. He says, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, I'm right. One way of looking at it, isn't it? DNA double helix there. And lovely design, but it is a common coin. Oh, that's a bit grubby, isn't it? Another Act of Union. No rotation error. Another beaten up coin there, my goodness. Somebody's not taking care of coins. Alright, let's see what we get from this bag. But yeah, I am anticipating probably nothing but 2p's in the mintage figures when they come out in November. It's normally hot news when the Royal Mint start minting coins, because especially now with the way that the tours are conducted, taking you onto the factory floor for every tour. What was I going to say? Yeah, so it's normally news spreads across social media between coin collectors if they were minting something on a particular day, which is exactly what's happened recently. There's been confirmation that they were minting 50p's and pound coins. We assume that is bees and Atlantic salmons, and that's what I'm most excited to see, what the mintage figure on those 2025 Atlantic salmons end up being, because if it is an extraordinary amount, I think that's a bit concerning for the value of the 2023 Atlantic salmon, which is very high because it's so low minted. But I think that will deflate that price substantially if the mintage figure is huge. The same reason that a 2017 Shield doesn't sell for an awful lot more money despite that being the low minted circulating year. I think the salmon will still be worth more than the 2017 Shield because there was a much lower mintage. But no, I think prices on that will deflate if they have made a lot of them. Rugby World Cup Again, no rotation error. This is the penultimate bag, and we're getting another Shakespeare comedies. No Shakespeare tragedies to complete our set, unfortunately. All the world's a stage, as it should be. On the coin, that is. And that brings us neatly to the last bag. So, as usual, down in the description of this video, you'll find links across to my coin collecting Discord server, links to my other social... Oh, new coin for the book, King James Bible. Very nice. It's a lovely design. Wonderful coin to wrap off with. Amazing. What was I saying? Oh, that's going to be something as well. Oh, look at that! We've got them both. A nice one and a naughty one. A dirty one. Amazing. Well, fantastic. Yeah. Links down in the description. Social medias, Britannia Coin Company, that's where I work at for my day job, so do check them out. I'm just going to whiz through all these coins now and see if I've missed any exciting errors. Unfortunately, no exciting error coins to add to our roster of finds, but of course, we ticked one off for the book. Unfortunately, not a Commonwealth Games, but King James Bible. So we have 2 commemoratives and 4, well, we have 2 commemoratives plus another 4 those Commonwealth Games. So fingers crossed. It would be nice to tick off 1 or 2 Commonwealth Games if any of the coin gods are listening. But in terms of our star finds, we have been very treated. 2 underground rounders, one slightly better than the other, 2 Navy centenaries, a few Shakespeare's, but yeah. Favourite coin for today? I'm going King James Bible. I would probably go Navy centenary most of the time, or the underground rounder that's uniquely blemished, I'll say. Not an error coin, just damaged. But new coin for the book, King James Bible, that's my pick. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments what you would pick as a star find, or if you've had your own star find, let us all know what you have been finding as well. All it leaves me to do now is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.